What's up, gang? Carlton Flowers here, your crypto pro.
Yay!
And tonight, I am going to give a free technical analysis swing trade play preview for all of you that have been asking me to start the paid group for 50 USDT per month. This is an example of what I'm going to be sharing with the people who join the paid group. I've been promising a paid group now for 2 years, and I just haven't done it because I'm busy and I don't really want to involve too many people that aren't serious about trading. And plus, you can lose a whole lot of money in crypto, so this is not financial advice. But this one is free. So I am going to pull off a swing trade, and I'm going to tell you exactly what the parameters are and how I plan on making a quick double. Now, the token in question today that I'm going to flip is OMI, the OMI token. Now, before anyone starts running off their mouth talking about OMI, it's a trash project, save your hot air because I don't want to hear it. I don't care that OMI is a trash token. It's the VV token. What I care about is what the chart says and the fact that I'm going to buy and sell it within a 2 to 3 week time frame for a quick double. So this is how I do it. And it's all based on the chart, and it does not matter what you think about OMI. I'm going to do this, and this is what I do to make money, to make gains. OMI, actually, it's stable. The price is garbage. But what I look for is volatility. Now, first of all, we know that VV is not going to be going away anytime soon. It's going to be around for a while. I've been holding 1.5 million OMI tokens for quite some time, but I'm going to take a small amount and look to grab a double. And I'll be doing these trades all throughout the bull market. So right now, OMI is giving me indications that it's time to flip this for a quick double, and here's why. First of all, we see something happening here on the 4-hour chart. First, we see that we have had resistance up here at this purple descending line. See this line right there? Here, let me use my arrow tool. Here's the purple line. Do you see this purple line where it was resistance? Didn't make it up to the line quite there, but then it pops up here and wicks up, comes back down. Then it touches it again. And then we continue downward for this nice long downtrend. There's another indicator that is telling me that it might be time to play this flip. And here's the indication. There is a crossover right there of the 50 and 200 EMA lines right there. Do you see that crossover? There it is. Now, I know what you're thinking. That's a bearish cross. So why would you use this as an indication to flip this thing for a quick double? Well, I'll tell you why. It's because I think that this is going to flip over really quick, and you're going to see it on the 1-day chart, but I'm using the 4-hour chart to decide when I buy. And it might be now, or I might get greedy and wait until the price comes down to this volume node right here. And that volume node just happens to be at the point of control price of 0.0034. It might not make it down that far, but I already bought a little bit today, right at the top of this box, which I call my strike zone box. I think it's going to come out of this box and make a nice gain. And what we'll probably see that will happen is when it breaks out of this box, it's either going to break out here and go up, or it's going to come down to the bottom of the box and then pop up and start uptrending. There are some targets here. Here's the first one at this volume node. There's another one here at about 0.0055. There's a big one up here. I'm thinking that we're going to travel all the way up to the top of this line where we're going to either get knocked back down for resistance or it's going to pop back above that purple line as support. Now, if we measure, let's just take a measured move here and find out what would happen if I bought this at the point of control price down at 0.00034 and then I ride it all the way up. Let's just get a little, let's see if I can get this to even pop up here. I've got a purple line down there. It's trying to grab the purple line. Here we go. And it's not working. Okay, hang on a second. Let's move this up a little bit so we can see it. And here we go. So here is our potential gain. It says 135%. So if I buy now at point 00034 to 38 and then hold it all the way up till we get to this purple line, that represents a double, at which point I will sell. Or if it looks like we stay on top of that purple line, I'll hold it for a little bit longer. But there is a likelihood, a high probability that if we make it to this line, it will stick there. So I'm going to decide here in the next 24 hours when to buy more after this crossover right here plays out, because I think this is going to correct and this 50 EMA line is going to start to move up. Now, let's move to the one-day chart, and you will see why I think that it is within the next day or so that we'll have a point that it will be at the bottom. When we look at the one-day chart, here we go. Let's scrunch this down a little bit so we can see the action. And we see this purple line down here at the bottom of this price node sticking out at point 00034. That's my strike price. And we notice that the stochastic on the 1 day right here, do you see this? It looks like it's about to cross over. Now we're all the way down here below the 20 line. That means we are in oversold territory. So if this is not a fake out, like we had a rise here and we got no rising price along with this peak stochastic, it just came back down and continues to consolidate. But then we had a nice consolidation period all the way throughout this area right here in this green box. Whenever you have a nice long period of consolidation, you have a much higher chance of breaking out to the upside, which is what you see that happened right here when we shot up to the descending purple line. Now this is going to be a quick trade. So we have come all the way back down, and now I'm expecting to pop out of this box and go back up to the purple line. What I look for in a quick trade is volatility. So when we scrunch back here, let's just bring this chart in here. We see that we had this nice long descent from March all the way through the summer to this point, and then we popped and came all the way back down in this short period of time. This is what I like. Look at all the action in this oval. That's a lot of action. This is not a lot of action, just a little bit bouncing up and down. But when we make a move here from this low point all the way up to the purple line, that's a double. We like volatility. So since price moved all the way from the bottom up to the purple line and all the way back down, that represents the opportunity for a good swing trade because the price is very volatile. Okay, so what we're going to do is decide if we purchase down here and then wait for the move to happen. When you buy where the stochastic is in the oversold zone, like it is right now, you have a much greater chance of not having to wait a long time for the move to happen where you pop out of here and blast off again. Okay, so in previous pops, like what happened back here, you have a low point here and you shot up to the purple line. In fact, let's just scrunch this down so you can see that. Here we go. Look at this move here. We had this nice rounding consolidation move, and then all of a sudden you see the MACD oscillator shoot up. You see the stochastic oscillator shooting up, coming all the way back down, shooting all the way up again, where the price is reflecting the moves of the oscillators. That's volatility. And then after this peak, volatility dies and it settles down. Nice consolidation period. The longer amount of time that you wait while price is not moving up and down that much, the better. Then we have another pop right here. So I'm expecting that we'll come down to this box and it could languish down here for a little while, but then there's going to be another pop up to that purple line. So I'm going to test this out for a quick double, sell, And then I expect there to be resistance at the purple line and for price to fall back down to the point of control node. All right, let's look at the 1 week chart so we can even get a much bigger picture than what we have right here. On the 1 week chart, wow, look at the purple line that I've established that dates back all the way to June of 2022. So this line is very established. We have a lot of touch points on that line. So now we're near this all-time low for the OMI token. And we can see that there is a crossover on the stochastic, a bearish crossover, and we're pointing downward, but this could flip and move back up. I'm thinking that it could be a month or two if we don't move all the way back up to the top, but we've had a lot of little examples of a double move where we touch the line, come down, and touch it again. So it's a 50-50 shot. We've touched it, we're coming down. We could either touch up again and come down, or we'll stay down here and consolidate for a while until we get into the springtime. But for today, I'm going to try to play this for a double because there's not much room to go as far as going down any lower. Now, let me show you one other thing. Moving back to the 1 day chart, notice that the histogram down here went bullish. We have all of these green bars. The dark green means it's moving up. The light green means it's heading back to the zero line. The dark red means that momentum is downward, and now we have the light red, which says we're moving back to the zero line. I like to buy before this fast line curls up and crosses over the orange on the MACD oscillator. We already have a cross here, but this MACD oscillator lags the stochastic oscillator. So my eyes are on what happens right there. That's going to give us the answer and let us know if we are going to pop up and touch this purple line again. So once that happens, if we can get a pop where we come out of here and the stochastic takes it all the way back up here to the overbought zone, and we pop up here with price, where the price action mimics the oscillator action, then that's going to represent a very quick, juicy double. So I'm going to sit and watch this for the next 24 hours or so and decide if I get a little bit more down here while we're in the green strike zone box. And then once we have an indication of whether or not this crosses over and holds, then I'll watch closely and be ready for this move back up to the descending purple line. So that is an example of how I swing trade. And my swing trades usually mean I will buy and sell within a matter of weeks or months. As the bull market heats up, the time period between these peaks and the troughs gets a lot shorter. During the bear market and the consolidation period, it takes a lot longer amount of time. So this is how I will be making moves throughout the bull market, swing trading on base chain, because I'm going to be swing trading the OMI token on the base chain to minimize gas fees. I don't want to do this on the Ethereum blockchain and pay high gas fees. I want to do this where you're only paying 5 or 6 cents for each trade. That increases my overall profit and minimizes the risk. So that is how I do it, how I use the charts to make the decisions on when to buy. I never buy when the stochastic is up here. Never. I always buy when the stochastic is down low beneath the 20 line. I always sell when the stochastic goes above the 80 line. So once we get up here above the 80 line, that's when I sell. All right. Now, sometimes the stochastic can stay up here and bounce around. Sometimes it will do one hump up at the top and it'll come on back down. You just never know when that happens. But the safest bet is you buy down here, you sell up here. That's how you do it. So look for more of that. And that is your example of what you will get all of the information on my swing trades for the paid members, because I'm going to disclose every trade that I make from this point through the end of the bull market within the paid group. Post in the comments below if you are one of those that's been asking me about this. Let me know that you're still interested, and then we'll proceed from that point. That's all I've got for this one. This is Carlton, and I am out.